Headlines blazed across every screen. An unidentified mass had emerged off the Pacific coast. Seismic sensors registered a disturbance unlike anything seen before. Navies from around the world scrambled, their fleets on high alert, as speculation and fear spread like wildfire. Satellites and drones, the eyes of modern civilization, failed to pierce the mystery. Their feeds glitched and flickered, unable to reveal what lay beneath the waves. Something massive, silent, and impossible lurked in the deep. Sonar operators stared in disbelief as their screens displayed a shape too large, too perfect, to be natural. Then, it surfaced. A dark, metallic island, water streaming from its brutal, elegant form. The ocean itself seemed to recoil as the structure rose, casting a shadow that stretched for miles. No lights, no windows, no crew, just a monolith of ancient power, dwarfing even the largest supercarriers, absorbing daylight and radiating an eerie, silent authority. Military leaders watched in stunned silence. No nation claimed it. No explanation came. The world's greatest minds were left with only questions and growing unease. The world asked, what happens next? Newsrooms buzzed, social media exploded, and every conversation turned to the enigma in the sea. As dusk fell, a low, resonant hum vibrated through the ocean, sending ripples across the water and chills down the spines of those who listened. Faint lines of light began to trace the vessel's surface, forming patterns that pulsed and shifted with a strange, deliberate rhythm. Seams glowed, revealing this was no island, no geological fluke. The structure was alive with energy, its purpose unknown. It was a machine, vast, waking, and incomprehensible. The air itself seemed to vibrate as the Leviathan stirred, its mechanisms unlocking with a sound that echoed for miles. The world held its breath as the Leviathan stirred. In living rooms, on ships, and in crowded city squares, humanity watched, united in awe and terror. The impossible was now undeniable. The scale of the object defied comprehension, its presence rewriting the rules of what was thought possible. The true nature of this behemoth was about to be revealed. As mechanisms shifted and new forms emerged, anticipation reached a fever pitch, and the world would never be the same. In that moment, humanity stood on the edge of a new era, one defined by the awakening of the unidentified Leviathan. This was no ordinary submarine. What you see gliding through the depths is something far more ambitious, a marvel of engineering and imagination. It was a mobile fortress, a city beneath the waves, hidden from the world above, yet more powerful than any surface fleet ever assembled. Capable of sustaining thousands of people for months, it was a self-contained world, complete with living quarters, command centers, and everything needed to survive and thrive in the abyss. This was not just a ship, but a floating metropolis, built to project power from the ocean's darkest depths. Imagine a platform so vast it could house entire fleets within its cavernous hangars, with room to spare for aircraft, drones, and supplies. It was a floating arsenal, a fortress that could move anywhere on the planet. Not a carrier, but a carrier of carriers, launching warships, submarines, and even aircraft, not just planes. Its decks and bays were alive with activity, always ready to deploy force at a moment's notice. It could move entire battle groups across the globe, submerged and silent, deploying them in minutes. Traditional naval blockades? Obsolete. No longer could enemies predict where the next strike would come from. This vessel bypassed battles, delivering decisive force from the one place no one would expect, the empty ocean beside you. It could appear anywhere, at any time, changing the balance of power overnight. It could support campaigns for years, repair and rearm its fleet, all while invisible to the world above. Its crew worked tirelessly, maintaining a war machine that never needed to surface. The rules of naval power were rewritten. Stealth and surprise now trumped numbers and firepower. The ocean became a new frontier, where invisibility was the ultimate weapon. The world's navies suddenly seemed outdated, facing a threat that operated in 3 dimensions, above, on, and below the sea. Old strategies no longer applied. It didn't just control the seas, it ignored them, using the depths as its highway, traveling unseen through underwater canyons and across the ocean floor. The age of surface fleets was over. The mighty ships of the past now sat abandoned, relics of a bygone era. The era of the Hidden Kingdom had begun, a new chapter in naval history, where the true rulers of the sea lived and fought beneath the waves, unseen and unstoppable. The vessel's deck split open, revealing a cavernous bay. From the darkness, a fully armed destroyer slid into the ocean, silent, surreal. Its radar spun as it stood guard. Then, a platform rose, bearing a next-gen stealth fighter. The jet lifted vertically, engines humming, a display of technology beyond anything known. Then, the destroyer unfurled a flag, the stars and stripes, no announcement, no speech, just the flag, a claim and a warning. This was not an invasion, but a demonstration. The message: we are here. We can be anywhere. You will not see us coming. The American flag, flying beside this impossible machine, signaled a new kind of power, technological supremacy, global reach, total surprise. The world was on notice, the game had changed, America had revealed its winning hand. The vessel, quickly dubbed the Ocean Beast, was built for rapid, silent, overwhelming deployment. It erased time and distance from military strategy. A fleet could move from California to the South China Sea, unseen. Its power was conventional dominance, delivered instantly. In a crisis, it could surface and deploy warships, jets, and marines in minutes. It made borders porous, the front line anywhere it chose. Its presence projected invisible influence, forcing adversaries to assume it was always near. Deterrence through uncertainty, enforcing stability on America's terms. The Ocean Beast embodied a new doctrine: deployment from the deep. It carried warships, jets, drones, a complete task force in one untraceable platform. Its mission: to guarantee American interests, bringing force before conflict even began. The ultimate power play in an unstable world. As the destroyer and jet stood ready, the Ocean Beast revealed more. Hatches opened, swarms of drones, recon and combat, rose, forming an invisible net. Below, autonomous underwater vehicles deployed, creating a silent perimeter. The vessel was a hive, releasing coordinated machines to fight its battles. Then, a section of deck slid back, revealing hypersonic missile silos. These missiles could strike targets thousands of miles away in minutes. The arsenal was not just firepower, it was smart, networked, and layered. Drones, AUVs, jets, and missiles shared data through a quantum-encrypted network. The Ocean Beast was the command hub, its AI coordinating faster than any human. It dominated sea, air, land, and the electromagnetic spectrum. This was not just a collection of weapons, it was the future of automated warfare. The world had never seen anything like it. The Ocean Beast exists thanks to revolutionary technologies once thought decades away. At its core, a compact nuclear reactor and silent electric propulsion, making it a true ghost in the water. Its hull an active camouflage skin, changing thermal and magnetic properties to mimic the sea. Self-healing panels allowed for long, deep deployments. Launch systems defied engineering. Jets lifted with magnetic fields, destroyers launched on water cushions, all managed by a powerful onboard AI, handling navigation, life support, and threat response. The AI piloted the vessel for months, adapting to ocean conditions and evading detection. In combat, it identified and prioritized thousands of targets, executing attacks in seconds. The Ocean Beast was not just a ship, it was a thinking weapon, a machine of war, run by intelligence, not just crew. The future had arrived, silent and unstoppable. The Ocean Beast erases centuries of military geography. Oceans, mountains, deserts, no longer barriers, but secret highways. It could project force anywhere, from any direction, at any time. Coastal defenses and early warning systems became obsolete overnight. Nations faced permanent uncertainty. An attack could come from anywhere. For allies, it meant instant security. For adversaries, a constant, draining threat. It forced a global rethink of defense, alliances, and strategy. Economic attrition became as potent as military might. The era of slow escalation was over. Conflict could be met with instant, overwhelming response. The world was smaller, more dangerous, and the old maps were useless. The Ocean Beast had redrawn the lines of power. Not long ago, machines like the Ocean Beast existed only in the wildest imaginations of filmmakers and novelists, fantasies that always seemed at least 50 years away, if not more. These were the dreams of distant futures, the stuff of popcorn blockbusters and speculative fiction. But today, what was once pure fiction has become an undeniable reality, blurring the line between imagination and existence. This astonishing leap forward was decades in the making. Technologies like stealth, unmanned drones, electromagnetic railguns, and nuclear-powered endurance have all converged, each breakthrough building on the last. The result is a new era of warfare, where yesterday's science fiction is today's arsenal. The ocean beast isn't a product of magic or luck, but the extreme culmination of years, sometimes decades, of secret research, hidden from public view and fueled by relentless ambition. It brings together stealth, endurance, massive capacity, and advanced automation, fusing them into one audacious machine that pushes the boundaries of what's possible at sea. The result is a flagship that looks like it sailed straight out of a science fiction epic. Except now, it's a fact, not a fantasy. The gap between what the public knows and what's really happening behind closed doors has never been wider. The most advanced projects remain shrouded in secrecy, far from the headlines. While the world's attention is captured by new tanks and jets on parade, the true revolution has been unfolding in hidden laboratories and clandestine testing grounds, away from the spotlight. The ocean beast is more than just a warship. It's a wake-up call to the world. It proves that, in this new age, imagination is the only real limit to what can be achieved. The line between fiction and hardware has vanished. What was once only possible in stories is now being built, tested, and deployed. We are living in the future, one that is more intimidating, more powerful, and more unpredictable than we ever imagined possible. The world must now adapt to this new reality, or risk being left behind in a rapidly changing era of technological dominance. In the 21st century, power is no longer about numbers or bombs. True power is innovation, the ability to see, move, and strike where others cannot. The ocean beast is the ultimate symbol of this new paradigm. It shifts strategy from visible presence to invisible potential. Its greatest weapon is psychological, forcing adversaries to live in uncertainty. America has changed the rules, betting on technological supremacy. The ocean beast is not just a ship, but a new category of power. As it slips beneath the waves, it leaves a world fundamentally changed. Power is now everywhere and nowhere, decisive, invisible, unstoppable. The age of visible armies is ending. The age of the ocean beast has begun.